Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Start with the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and beneficent. I am the student of period 1.5 morning from the University of 10th Faculty of Education. Today my topic is Inferential Statistics assigned by Professor Amjad Ali Arani. Content. Definition of statistics, reason of learning statistics, inferential statistics, types and purpose. First, what is statistics? Statistics actually is a science which deals with the methods of collecting, classifying, presenting, comparing and interpreting numerical data collected to have some inference regarding the real aspects. Actually, it is a broad subject. It is a tabulation of number of and the graphical presentation of these tabulated numbers. And it consists of a body of different methods of collecting and analyzing the data. In this statistics, we analyze the data and collecting the method of analyzing the data, and it is also said that it is a science of gaining information from numerical and categorical data. Next, why we study statistics? Statistics has a main role in our life. It is mainly a decision maker to understand how to present, describe information in form of data so as to improve the decision. And second is draw conclusion about the large population based upon information obtained from sample. Third, seek out relationship between pair of variables to improve processes. Last is obtain the reliable forecast of statistical variable of interest. Next, there are two major types of statistics: descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. First of all, I would like to tell about what is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics used to describe, organize, and summarize information about an entire population. For example, there is 90% satisfaction of all customers. I have sold my clothes in reasonable price, and there is 90% satisfaction of all customers. And inferential statistics used to generalize about population based on a sample of a data. Example, I have same example I will give you, that I have sold different lot on reasonable price and 90% satisfaction of a sample of 50 customers. 90% satisfaction of all customers means it is depend on a sample of a data. Then 50% samples of customers are satisfied, and 90% of all customers. Next, what is inferential statistics? It predicts or estimates characteristics of a population from a knowledge of the characteristics of only a sample of the population. In this, we are finding the journal of the whole population, and also information is obtained from a sample is analyzed on the population. Actually, it is a technique used to draw a conclusion about the population by testing the data taken from the sample of the population. And it also allows us to determine how likely it is to obtain a set of results from a single sample. Next, we can also say that its technique allows to make the inferences about a population based on data that we get from a sample, and it keeps the results vary from sample to sample strictly due to the random chances. For example, sampling error. I will tell you in next slide. Now example. For example, I have collected information from 2,000 families. Are they satisfied about the education system that is being provided in school? I want to know the satisfaction of the parents about the education. If 2,000 families is satisfied, then I can generalize or conclude that whole population is satisfied from the quality of education and is being provided in this school. If these two families are unsatisfied, so the whole population is unsatisfied. Next, what is population and sample? Actually, population is the collection of all individuals or items under consideration in a statistical study. We can see that there are two basic concepts of statistics. One is population, another is sample. And population always represents the target of an investigation, where we learn about the population by sample of the collection. What is sample? Sample is the part of subset of the population from which information is collected. Actually, sample from statistical population is a set of measurements that are actually collected in the course of an investigation. Next, here you can see that the population is depend upon the sample. You can see that sample are 4 and collectively we have done the population is large. Now application of inferential statistics. Application of inferential statistics first is to compare two or more samples to investigate potential differences, sometimes comparing a sample to the population parameter, and next is studying the relationship between two or more variables to infer from sample group generalization that can be applied to a wider population, and last allows detection of large or small differences in variable or correlation between variables relevant to research question. Next, there are two major types of inferential statistics. First is parametric and another is non-parametric. Now I will tell you what is parametric. Parametric actually it is also a branch of statistics which assume that sample data comes from population that can be adequately modulated by a probability distribution that has a fixed set of parameters. Means it assumes that the drawn sample is normally distributed. Data collection takes place on an interval or ratio scale. Second is non-parametric. Actually, non-parametric statistics refer to the statistical method in which the data are not assumed to come from prescribed models that are determined by a small number of parameters. Example of such models include the normal distribution model and the linear regression of model. Means makes no explicit assumption regarding the normality. Data collection takes place on a nominal or ordinal scale. Inferential statistics involve the estimation and hypothesis testing, and main purpose of this is make decision about the population characteristics. Now the purpose. What is the main purpose of inferential statistics? First is estimating population parameter from sample data. Estimating parameter estimation is the branch of statistics that involve using sample data to estimate the parameters of a distribution. Means sampling. I have already discussed that sampling error. Here I am telling you what is sampling error. When the sample does not accurately reflect the population, it is sampling error. And sampling distribution that a theoretical frequency distribution based on the infinite number of samples and also based on mathematical formulas and logic. Next. Continue testing hypothesis. Actually, the main purpose of statistics is to test a hypothesis. For example, you might run an experiment and find that a certain drug is effective at treating headache. But if you can't repeat that experiment, no one will take your result seriously. A good example of this was the cold fusion discovery, which pretends into obscurity because no one was able to duplicate the result. Here the testing hypothesis, this is where you can use sample data to answer research question. Actually, a hypothesis test can show where your data is placed on a distribution like this. Here is a graph. You can see that in this graph the distribution show placed on a distribution like this one. And step of testing hypothesis are: first step is state the research hypothesis. Second, state the null hypothesis to be tested. Choose the appropriate statistical test for the data and decide on the level of significance. Last not least, decide the test, one test or two test test to be used. Next, calculate the test statistics using the research data. And also compare the value of critical value to that test, reject or fail to reject null hypothesis. It is most important. And last is determine the support or lack of support for the research hypothesis. Example now here I am giving you. In a testing hypothesis, you might be interested in knowing if a new cancer drug is effective or if breakfast helps children perform better in school. Let's say you have some sample data about a potential new cancer. In with inferential statistics, you take that sample data from a small number of people and try to determine if the data can predict whether the drug will work for everyone, for example, the population. Thank you.